Okay guys, hope everyone is well on my way up Pendlehill. Beautiful day it has been. It might have just clouded over a bit now. It's a wild one, really windy, but it is that time of year, autumn. Hopefully it is supposed to be clear later, so I'll be doing some sky watching. I'm going to have a walk around this area, see if anything unusual happens, because it's a very strange area. I posted a couple of videos recently about Pendlehill, or Pendlehill as a lot of people like to call it. Lots of new subscribers, so thank you very much. If you're new to the channel, lots of stories of the unexplained have been sent to me, so we'll be telling them in this van over the coming winter months. And leave a comment, leave your thoughts, I'll always reply. It's a community, good conversations get going, people have got a lot in common, like-minded people. That's what it's all about. So it is a Sunday afternoon. It can get quite busy up here, relatively busy for the countryside, but it is a popular area. But a lot of people will be going home now. It's heading towards tea time. Let's see if we park up somewhere. Sometimes when you're in a van you struggle a bit squeezing in, but too bad. I think I'll just go over the hill, park in this certain area if it is available. It's beautiful though, it really is. So just as we reach the top of this road, we drop back down, but just check this view out. It's beautiful. Lots of people, you can see lots of cars. Still very busy actually. There's a little space I like to get in down here. I'll see if it's available, but actually it is available. No, it's not. A car's just got it. Just beat me to it. Just beat me to it. It's a park here. There's left to do, but it doesn't matter, does it? Lovely. I can't wait to use this little area again and sleep over. Loved it in Wales. Kate, my little son, sits here, but that lifts up there, out the way. All this falls down. Double air bed and sleeping bags. Very comfy, can't wait. Loved it in Wales this summer. Slept in this van so many times, but there will be some winter sleepovers. So cup of coffee before we go anywhere. So if you're using gas in your van, make sure you've got ventilation, the back doors are open. So all is good. Get this coffee down me and we'll be on our way. Good do. Using one of these, always unlock your gas so it's not connected. Beautiful as always. Very windy though, very windy late afternoon. So what I am going to be doing soon on the channel, there's a sculpture trail through the woods on the other side of Pendlehill, on the Bally side, and quite a few subscribers, and I think the locals have said, have you ever been through there? It's supposed to be a fantastic place on its own, but very haunted, so it will be interesting to I'll look through there and stay the night. Might be asking one or two people who want to join me, we will see, but that will be coming up on the channel very soon. This side of the hill, usually very quiet, a lot quieter than the Bally side. So in Newchurch there's a place called St Mary's Church and Churchyard, where the grave of Alice Nutter is supposed to be. A lot of people say it's just a family grave. They didn't bring her back from Lancaster and bury her there. So a lot of people say yes they did. She's buried there. There's a skull and crossbones on the grave, and we'll be visiting that. So on the other side of this hill there is an old farmhouse, derelict now. It's supposed to be very haunted, once the home of the Pendle witch Elizabeth Southerns, better known as Demdike. Lots and lots of paranormal groups have gone there to do investigations, including the Most Haunted team, but we're not going down that road about people like that. I always enjoyed that when it first came out, but very dramatised, I think. Shame really. It could have gone a different way. They had all the contacts, all the places they could have gone and investigated. Seem to over dramatise it, but there we go. There we go. A very hard place to get to, this farmhouse. Don't think I'll be going there on my own. May well be inviting some people there. It is on a public walkway, but it is actually set on private land, so could be quite tricky. We will see. That will be a future video. So it really is a stunning place, as you can see. But the vibe, it does change at night time, as it does wherever you are really. The dark plays with your senses, but in particular this hill seems to be something here, hidden by the beauty of the daytime. You can see the sun there just starting to drop over these beautiful hills. Absolutely beautiful area, and that is what the videos are about. I call it Pendlehill, I call it Pendlehill. I see both sides. I come hiking over here, I do weekly. I have done for the last 30 years. It's a beautiful place, but also I've been hiking over at night time for the last 30 years and experienced some very strange things, noises, lights in the sky. So it has two sides to it as far as I'm concerned. I'm not claiming it's all one or all the other, but it's interesting to see your comments, especially some of the locals and the experiences over these hills. That's what I'm trying to find out. Is it just a beautiful moorland, or is there a lot more to it? It's supposed to be one of the most paranormally active places in the UK, UFO hotspot, obviously known for the Pendle witches. What's going on here? Interesting. Again, passing this area, I mention it in every video, it might just save somebody. Stay away from rotten trees, any trees, tree limbs can be dead. This come down the night after I was actually sat at this river. Would have killed me. There were stories in the area that night. Very calm the day I was here, but it taught me a lesson. Stay away. I'll always mention that. If it saves one person, it's worth it. So just starting to go dark now. I'm going to take a walk through the rest of this woodland and then onto the moors, do some skywatching, have a pan around, see if we can hear or film anything unusual. Nearly tripped up then. It's very dangerous, got to be careful, especially when you're out on your own. But if you want to get anything unusual on camera, you've got to get out. But do try and keep yourself safe. So a lot of comments on the last video about big black cats or other big cats. The lynx, the puma, and the big black cat is supposed to be a leopard. Seen around the UK. Lots of sightings, lots of people saying they've seen them. I have as well, once down Cornwall. I talked about that in the last video. Quite a clear sighting. Definitely wasn't no dog. And the Pendlehill area, a big black dog, bigger than you've ever seen. A lot of people have commented on that, saying that is a phantom dog, used to be one of the witches' dogs. So interesting, very interesting area. There was actually a guy who commented on the channel. I've got loads of comments I'm going to read out in the van, but to do with big cats. It was down Pembrokeshire, which is a coincidence because that's where I went this summer and did a walk around at night time, see if we could spot anything like that. And he pulled up with his friends, went for a pee towards his hedgerow, and he said that he heard the biggest roar, like a lion roaring. Never saw the animal, straight back in the car, and they disappeared from the area. He said it was almost like it was defending its young, because he thinks if that wasn't the case, it was so close, the roar was so aggressive, it would have attacked him if it wanted to hunt him for food. I would have been straight out there, I really would. Seemed a very sincere guy. Love these stories. I'll be telling lots more of these. I've got so many stories about things like that and UFO sightings from people around the country and around the world. So that particular bit of woodland I've just walked through, sometimes referred to as the Witch's Trail. It's supposed to be very haunted bit of woodland. Didn't experience anything unusual, I don't think. I'll have to watch this footage back. So I'm heading to the Mirrorland now. Pretty clear, hopefully it stays this way. Lovely and quiet. So heading up to the mirrors now. Stay off the mirrors and stick to the path, is that the old saying from the American Wharf in London. This is the countryside, that sort of film. But I like to say, I'm not claiming in these videos this is a demonic place full of the supernatural, not at all. It's a beautiful area to come and visit and hike. I am local myself, so I do think it is beautiful. I don't want to upset the locals by claiming that, but I'm not doing. I've hiked over these hills thousands of times over the last 30 years or so. Daytime, and also thousands of times probably at night time. I've seen both sides. It is beautiful, but some very strange things at night. I'm not claiming 100% one or the other. This is what I'm trying to find out with these videos. If it's not with personal experience, the comments give you a good picture of what people think of this area. But if you want my opinion, daytime, beautiful. Come and hike over this part of the world, stunning. Nighttime has its beauties, but definitely a strange atmosphere, as there is in a lot of places. But I've been to a lot of places and not quite like this. It's definitely is odd. I've had some very odd sightings, sounds, very odd sightings up in them skies. That's just my opinion, but it is beautiful. just a bit more woodland to walk through here. So is there anything here? Pendlehill. I'm on my own. Beautiful place you are to hike through the daytime, like I've said. Nighttime, many people reported very mysterious and dark things, including myself. Something about the woodland, guys. Spooky. I'm using the Sightings Aurora Pro night vision camera at the minute. I've got an IR with it to pick up more detail close up. If there is anything here, well known, like I said, for the big black cat, the big black dog, for the witches, the paranormal, the UFOs, which we're going to be pointing this camera to the skies on the mirrors very soon to see if there's any unusual lights. Many reported around here. Spooky place, it really is. And when you're on your own, a lot of people say, how can you go on your own? I must be mad, I don't know. And up this little path to the mirrors of Pendlehill. Nearly Halloween. Gets quite busy on Halloween in this part of the world, as you could imagine. So if I do come up, I tend to stay away from Halloween night itself, too commercialised, but I do like to come up onto these hills around Halloween. Oh, nearly fell down, they're very slippery. Quite wet, a lot of dew on the ground. Quite a cold night, winter's coming. When I'm walking around with this silence, it doesn't have stabilisation like the GoPro, so a little shaky, but excellent night vision. Even the sound of, I think, a bird there. I don't know if you can hear it. Right, let's get onto these mirrors. As you can see, I'll switch this IR off. Look at them stars, guys. Oh, still got my head torch on, give me a second. There we go. Beautiful. So like a walk on the mirrors. Pendlehill. A few trees up at the side. I'm going to get further up on the mirrors. Of this beautiful place. A lot of people do call Pendlehill. It is definitely a great place by day but spooky by night. I am local, so countless treks day and night over these mirrors. There's quite a few sightings of this big black cat in this area. I have seen one myself down Cornwall. I was driving in the field right next to me. Definitely a cat. There's no dog, that is for sure. So let's take a little walk, guys. A little walk up here. It's not that out of breath we have, this is steep. Nobody around, I don't think. If they are, I should pick them up on this camera, but I don't think so. The stars are so bright tonight. I'll just switch the IR off. There you go. The skies over Pendlehill. So many sightings of lights people can't explain. Something bright moving straight away over there. Now then, tonight I've left my, hearing noises, but there's a lot of deer around here. I left my phone in the van, so I can't check the apps, the satellite app and the flight app, which I usually do check. There we go. Can't do anything about that now because the van is a few miles away. Very bright, and whatever that is. Could well be the ISS, I'm not sure, I haven't checked, so I can't check. Usually I could do, but I can't tonight. Hand holding tonight, guys, hand holding. Just holding a steady pattern, whatever it is, we'll let it go. So it is more of a Skywatch tonight. I'm going to concentrate on the UFO sightings in the area, the lights in the sky people can't explain. Quite a few comments. I have got a broad Lancashire accent and quite a few comments saying they can't quite understand what I'm saying. Maybe I'm talking too quick, some people have said. I do tend to get quite excited when I'm out. I love doing this, so we'll try and speak a little clearer and slower. Hope that will help. So far with the naked eye, with that bright light crossing, but it's very hard to see things with the naked eye compared to what this camera picks up, and the screen on this Sightings is not the largest. You've got to look right into it with one of your eyes, really. You've got to close one eye and look into it. So most things I don't notice until I've downloaded the footage and played it back, so I don't know. Who knows what we're filming. It's very cold actually tonight, and as a lot of you know, if you get cold, you affects your speech. You do tend to slur a little bit, and So I do apologise, it is really getting colder in the UK now, especially up on these moorlands of Pendlehill. So just for reference, that's what a plane would look like crossing. You can see the aviation lights. Still very windy, so if it is affecting the audio, my apologies for that. I can't do much about that. The Sightings is not best for audio, but it's brilliant for visual. Maybe a bit of high cloud and mist rolling in, maybe. Not quite as clear as what it was, but there's supposed to be rain moving in later tonight and for the morning, so. But this part of the world, even if it forecasts really clear skies, quite often you get mist and fog rolling in. It's just the way of things. Many skywatches that are spoiled when it's supposed to be clear and it hasn't been. You don't always need the clear skies to catch things in the skies. You can't explain that. I've proven that on the channel before. But also other things around you might well pick up on camera or audio. A very strange area. Beautiful, beautiful and clear. Still a breeze, and I'm about a mile away from one of the more busy roads that runs next to Pendlehill, so there's some distant traffic noise, but there we go, just to let you know what that is. Also saw something flashing up in the sky. Leaning right back now, so try and keep it steady. Whatever it was, it's gone. Something else moving up there, so still quite a breezy night, quite windy, but nowhere near as windy as it was earlier on. But still a fair breeze blowing, that's why I'm hand holding. No point putting it on the tripod, it'll be all over the place. So as you can see, a lovely clear night. It has been a nice day. It's cleared up as the day has gone on. Beautiful, still quite a breeze, a cold breeze. Very windy early on today. In these videos, a lot of people do ask what am I using to film the stories. It's the Sightings Aurora Pro. Check the description, there's a link there that takes you to Amazon. They are affiliate links. At least you can click on that and have a look at the camera. Great piece of equipment. So Pendlehill, what is it? That's the point of the videos. Is it no more than a beautiful area of hills in Lancashire? Or is it really? Pendlehill, is there something more sinister going on? Like I've said, I've hiked these hills thousands of times in the daytime, beautiful. Thousands of times in the night time. This is over the last 30 to 35 years. And night time definitely seems to be something strange. One of the main things I've noticed day and night is that if you're using cameras or your phone, they tend to die all of a sudden. That happens very regular. A lot of locals and visitors do report that. So if anyone has got any explanation for that, please do leave a comment about it. So as you can probably hear, that wind is really starting to pick up again now. But I would like to take this opportunity to thank all new subscribers and old subscribers. We've had nearly 3,000 new people join this channel over the last week. That's been great. It's a community. Share your stories, I will read them out the van when the weather's bad. Absolutely loads of stories of the unexplained and UFOs have been sent in sightings from around the country, around the world. Can't wait to read them out. So if you want to hear them, please do subscribe and join our community here. It's fascinating to hear what people have to say. And since we started looking into Pendlehill a bit more, I am quite fascinated to hear that a lot of the locals agree it is very... something just flew right past the camera that I've done. I'll have to check that back. Very fast. I don't know, I'll check that back. The locals are saying it's a very strange place, lots of sightings of UFOs and the paranormal, whereas I would have thought a lot of the locals would have said it's beautiful around here, stop giving it a bad name, but quite the opposite, which is interesting. I'm going to check that back actually on this camera in a second. Could have been a bird, I can't quite tell, I saw it through the screen. Luckily I was pointing the camera in that direction, we'll see. So as I've showed you, the moon is up and is rising, so it takes away from the darkness of these skies, but we can still pick out any lights up there. We're not seeing deep into space, all them tiny little stars, the detail, the Milky Way tonight because of that moon. But lovely and clear. I haven't experienced anything unusual around me at the moment, so I'll be pleased about that or not, maybe both. Amazing, love doing this, but just pan down a bit. As you can see, there is that high cloud moving in, the start of that rain to come tomorrow. It's just gone 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm going to head home now, guys. It's been a great day, lovely walk over these hills, great little Skywatch, and I will check back that footage or whatever that was, what crossed. But at the time of uploading this video on, well, I won't know what it was, but I will have checked it back. I did look on the screen and the camera, it does look quite odd, but I need to watch it on the big screen. But like I said, when this is uploaded and you're watching it, I will have watched it back. And you guys will have done as well, so we'll know what it is. Meteor, a bird, or something else, I'm not sure. I need to watch back on the big screen. So thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing. Lots more coming up over these hills. I am going out with other people. We'll be visiting some other areas over Pendlehill, some old buildings that are supposed to be very haunted, and other areas in the UK. Looking into the UFOs and the unexplained. Guys, you lot take care. If you can get out, get yourself some equipment, but stay safe. Preferably go with someone else. Don't be silly like I am. You really should be with other people, because if something happens, you could be in a lot of trouble. But I will start taking people out with me. I'll do like little investigations, I'll always do that. Guys, take care. Speak soon.